keep it in a group. Brody want a friend, going alley whoop. Turn something to nothing, bro, I'm living proof. How can I lose when we the who's? Still running around with more, get ready, pack to go, yeah. People probably think I show up, I ain't even keep it yet. Running up a silly shit, staying off the internet. Should've stayed really honest, turning in and giving.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jamaican John. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is the networking event and I'm looking a hot mess right now, but don't worry, we're gonna get that right. So first thing first, I'm here about to load up these chairs and tables. Then we're gonna be on our way. We might have to make a trip or two, but that's fine. So yeah, follow me. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And guys, if you're in the New Jersey area, you need chairs, you need tables, hit me up, Exquisite Party Rentals. We have these beautiful Shivari chairs, we have rectangle tables, marquee numbers, you name it, we got it, okay? Wait, jeez, wanna see that? See that nearly drop on both sides.
Keep it in a group, Brody want a friend, going alley whoop. Turn something to nothing, bro, I'm living proof. How can I lose when we the who's? Still running around with more, get ready, pack to go, yeah. People probably think.
Alright guys, we're almost there. The greatest part about it is the venue that I'm using is literally about 5, 6, 7 minutes from my house. So yeah, we're on the way. We're here. I'm gonna give you guys a look at the before. So it is a salon suite. They do a whole bunch of stuff here. Yeah, hi. So this is the before and I'm gonna show y'all the after. So stay tuned. A customer of mine rented 23 chairs, and instead of having her return it to my home, then having to go pick it up myself, I just had her return it to the venue. After setting up, I went to get my makeup done. Shout out to my makeup artist, Makeup Shania Joelle. She did this beat in about 30 minutes or less. We're doing more of a sit-down kind of vibe this year. We have Butterfly Effect by Maya, period. Setting up. And the good jerk chicken them over here, so. What you say? That is it.
I'd like to just pray over the room real quick before we even get started. I think that is a lot that we all could benefit from, but I just want God to be in a presence in here. I want to saturate this room. So I just want to say a little prayer real quick over us so that you guys are able to get something that we are, as panelists, can speak with confidence and integrity up here and give you guys what you need as well. So I'm going to say a little prayer I wrote down for y'all. Dear God, as I prepare to participate in this panel discussion on networking, I ask for your guidance and wisdom. Help me to speak with clarity and confidence, to listen attentively to others, and to share my knowledge and experiences with humility. Grant me the courage to step out of my comfort zone and connect with others in a meaningful way. May this discussion be a platform for learning, growth, and collaboration. Bless these panelists, the audience, and all those involved in this event in making it happen today. Thank you for the opportunity to engage in this important conversation. God, please come in this room and let your spirit be known, God. Saturate this room in Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Hey guys, my name is Vera. I'm also a serial entrepreneur. I have a couple things under my belt. I run the #1 hospitality program in New Jersey, so beverage catering. We have a lot of big contracts with like the NBA, Hennessy, just a lot of big people I work with. Outside of that, I am a grief recovery specialist too, so I do teach a program that's very therapeutic in nature on grief and loss. And then after that, I also run a nonprofit called Newark. We're based right out of the city of Newark, New Jersey, and we focus on a lot of mutual aid. So we provide a lot of funding, we do a lot of give backs, food distributions, anything you really can name when it comes to really giving back to your community. I'm on it, and that's just a little bit about me.
Hello everyone, this is Jafari Pressure. I'm in real estate, construction. I'm an entrepreneur. I do a whole lot, but my main goal is construction and investment, learning to build generational wealth. And I try to teach a lot of young black people because nobody taught me. and this is one of my good friends, Reef. This is what he do. He also does Airbnb. He's very well at that, so that's why I wanted to bring him. Not to just understand. I want y'all to understand different sides of it. You know, Keita asked me to come, so that's why I came. I really don't do this a lot, so you can see I'm kind of shy, but we gonna help y'all understand. I want y'all to ask me questions because I'm not really a speaker, but I'm willing to teach you the funding part of it, all of those things, because y'all see people on social media and they just telling y'all, oh, y'all could just buy houses. It's just not that easy as they're telling y'all it is, but it can be done. Once you get the rope, it's gonna be cakewalk from there. But she does real estate, so she could tell you they're just gassing, and that's strongly opinion because when I first started, nobody helped me. You understand what I'm saying? And I own like 16 properties, so I think that qualifies me to be a, you know what I mean, investor.
Hello, I'm Sharif. Also not a speaker, y'all. So, but he got me up here, and I'm a real estate investor and also a trader. So whatever y'all need to know as far as investing, Airbnb, I did it right here. So I can help you with that.
My name is Gavin from Asbury Park. I own a barbershop, beauty salon, clothing line, and product line. I'm only here to drop as much free game as I possibly could. I don't speak neither, but if y'all got questions, I'm here to answer. Just like that.
So just make it easy on us, because they got it.
Say leave your 9 to 5. That is not what we're here to do. Because I would say use your 9 to 5 to fund what you love, fund what you do, y'all. Keep your 9 to 5. That's your security, especially if you have kids, right? Especially if you have a mortgage and rent and everything else. Use your 9 to 5 to fund your business, you know. And if you love your 9 to 5, that's even better. Use that pension. Use a 401k. There's so many different avenues that we can use to invest in real estate. It's not hard. But if it was easy, everyone would be doing it, right? And so I can sit here and talk about it all day. I also own a trucking business with my company. It's called C&D Trucking. My husband and I got into the trucking business. And so we got into contracts with Amazon. Yeah, no, Amazon give contracts. So we got into that. So we own a truck. But guess what? All this stuff, we own. We own it because we wanted to be our own boss. My husband works for New York City MTA. He can do that for the next 40 years, right? It's a great job. It's a great union job. He loves what he do. But I'm like, you do not home with your family. It's taken away from your freedom. It's taken away from being home with us. So I got him into trucking and he loves it. I'm like, you love driving a bus. Use that same work ethic into your business. And now he's like, damn, but this is good, you know? And so I want to encourage you guys to do what you love. Do what you love. Like, make another stream of income. 7 streams of income. They said 7 streams of income will make you a millionaire. That's what I heard like 10 years ago. You probably like 20 now, right? But do what you love. Have multiple streams of income. You can do coaching on the side. Like, if you are, like, whatever you do, coach somebody. Charge them, you know, a couple $100s to coach them. So I take on coaching clients, right? Because I was telling Keita last night, I don't want you to just leave here and that's it, right? Take cute pictures, eat, and like, all right, that's it. I'm really going to hold your hand, and not too many people do that. So I take on coaching clients where I'm holding your hand for 2 to 3 months. Like, hey, did you call that realtor? How's your credit? Did you run your credit? Like, what are you doing? And people get annoyed with me, but guess what? I make it happen. And by 2 or 3 months later, they got a property. Right? Because I'm not here to play. Like, if you want to have that drive. And I was telling Keita last night, I was like, it's not so much you can't do it, it's like, how can I do it? Yeah. So I want y'all to understand that. How can I do it? Do I need to get business credit? Do I need to partner with somebody, right? Like y'all do? Do I need to like get into business funding? Like, what do I need to do to make this deal happen? It might not happen in 2024, but it might happen in 2025. And that's the thing. Instagram make it look like you're a success overnight. It don't work like that. And Keita was saying last night, you don't never really see me flashy. Number one, I don't want to get robbed. Bottom line, I'm not driving a G-Wagon. I'm driving something that I like, but I'm not about to flash all that. You want to know why? Because my money is in my investments. I got 2 properties in Detroit as well that I don't even talk about. You understand? So, you know, remain humble. And my thing is, I just remain down until you come up. All right? All right, so that's
you too. And you also mentioned a mentor, so can you talk a little bit about that? Because a lot
my mentor, yeah. So let me tell you something. I had somebody who was out here in Newark, New Jersey. He got me to like, he was showing me different flip properties, right? And I'm like, damn, like this look dope. Like he would show me like properties that was like there, and I would come back like 6 months later and the properties were done. And so when I started doing it, I started investing my tax refund, y'all. My tax refund was like $2,000. I ain't had no kids, so I ain't had no dependents. And so I was like, how can I get into it? My credit is kind of bad. So I gave him the $2,000 and he kept flipping it for me. He kept flipping it. I didn't take it out. He just kept flipping it. He's like, this is where your money is going. And I'm like, damn, like, and at that time, yeah, I was into the Gucci, the Fendi, everything. Like,
still taking flips.
right. No, like, it's funny, so I do it now, right? So I took what he did for me and I'm doing that for people. Right, so I can't talk about it too much. I have silent investors, but I have investors who invest in $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 at a time with me because they trust me and I get integrity, right? And so I'm not here to say give me $10,000. I'm not here to do that. These are relationships that I've built because I showed my credibility. I showed my trust. So I started that way, and then that's how I got my 3-family property. Eventually, I got my 3-family property while I got my credit up to par, right? But in international real estate, I just started following, and again, I'm not saying Jewish for everybody, but I started following this lady who's been in the game for a long time. And she started up as an agent, and she got into international real estate. And she said, Siobhan, I'm doing a group to Punta Cana. You want to come? I said, yes. I just went on faith. That was just my faith. Like, I'm like, she looked like a good person. I'm going to use discernment, right? I'm going to use discernment. But I flew out there, and I met her out there for the first time. And I was like, hey, like, I want to do what you're doing. And she took me under her wing, and we've been doing this for only 6 months. I got 2 properties under contract in DR and 1 property under contract in Ghana as we speak within 6 months, y'all. That's all from act of faith. So I can't tell you, like, go ahead and do it. You got to use discernment, right? You got to act on faith. You understand? I'm not saying go invest $10,000 with anybody. Don't just do that with anybody. But use discernment, use faith. That's why we just have prayer, right? Like, let God steer you where you need to be and who you need to speak to. Not everybody has your best interest. But you know how to use discernment, right? You ask God to, make you, lead the way for you. All right.
You heard the question, or you want me to repeat it?
Okay. Go ahead. Repeat it again.
What was your pivotal moment to getting to where you are currently?
Oh, nice. Okay, I love that. So, hey everybody. I know more people just walked in. I'm Vera. So a pivotal moment for me, if I could be honest, was losing my mom. So, a lot of times, a lot of things that we build come from tragedy, right? Like, you don't know no entrepreneur who didn't really go hard if it wasn't either change that needed to be happen or a problem that needed to be solved, right? So for me, I was a young girl. I was 21 years old. I was down in Atlanta at Spelman College, and my mom died. So for me, it was like I either had to, pull my big girl pants up or, fall to the weight of the world. And I knew I didn't want that for me because one thing I've always been was ambitious, hardworking, and determined. So what I did was I took my tax money, and I'm so happy you brought that up, and I invested into bartending school. So I went to bartending school, right? And when I went to bartending school, I landed my first job at a place called United Club. Right now, this was like a really fancy. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys travel, so y'all know the clubs that they offer in the airlines. So I started to work for United Club, and I was meeting a lot of dope people and just getting in tune with a lot of dope people. But I knew that I wanted more. So I just really started to continue to keep investing into my craft. And to where as though a lot of people started to know me for my mixology skills. I've never been a typical bartender that just worked at all these local clubs and stuff like that. I really invested into my craft to the point that I was able to do so much that I was able to create my own company, my hospitality company, in which I do right now. So it's been 4 great years that I've been literally running this hospitality business. And that was kind of really a pivotal moment for me. So just losing my mom really kind of motivated me and pushed me to get to this point.
Hello, everyone. All right. So how I got into construction this is deep for me, right? Because my grandmother died at 76, still working.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm like, that's not going to be me. And I love my grandmother to death. That's my mother's mother. And it's a couple of people in here that know me personally. I'm an entrepreneur. Like I told y'all, I had a lot of businesses. Like I had a beauty supply store. I had variety stores. I had a lot of things. All of them was successful except for one. That was the hair. All of y'all in here know, y'all buy bundles, y'all buy hairs. The Asians got that on lock. I had to learn that the hard way. What I mean by that is they don't let us in. They not letting us in. Y'all spend the most money and we don't run it. So I gave that up. That was the only business I had that wasn't successful. So I left that alone. I opened a restaurant. When I opened the restaurant, always remember this, is people, place, and things. For me, you have to be a people person to make it. If somebody tell you y'all don't, they lying to you. I was one of the biggest Caribbean promoters. I don't like to toot my own horn or talk because I be feeling like people say that I'm show off and I'm this and I'm not. I'm down to earth. I will help anybody. That's how I met this young man. You understand what I'm saying? I'm 43. I'm blessed. I didn't graduate high school. I dropped out of school 10th grade. I actually learned how to read in Jamaica. My mother and father's Jamaican. They sent me to Jamaica. That's how I learned how to read. I was in 5th grade. You understand what I'm saying? It took me to go to Jamaica to learn how to read. Like I told y'all, I did not want to be poor. You know, you understand what I'm saying? As I stated, I had a restaurant. I used to be out there rain, sleet, and snow cooking jerk chicken. You know what I mean? 2 of the people live back there. They live by my restaurant. Now I own the building. So again, I'm starting back with people, place, and things. Be a people person. Don't let nobody tell you gotta be a people person. You understand what I'm saying? So when I got the restaurant, me and the landlord got cool. After that, he's like, listen, I want to sell you the building. I thought he was playing. He did a buy here, pay here. He's white. He has money. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know he owned it outright. I thought everybody had to have a mortgage. You understand what I'm saying? Because as you know, you want to buy a house. You don't think a lot of people own their houses outright. So, or commercial property. So he's like, we're going to do a buy here, pay here. My second landlord that I had the variety store introduced me to a lawyer. When he introduced me to the lawyer's like, get the paperwork. I got the contract. If you know, it's almost like having a house is just like having a car. So when you got a house, if you miss those 3 payments, know the bank getting ready to come for you. You understand what I'm saying? So my paper says 6 months. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, 6 months if I miss a payment. He's like, yeah, 6 months. You got 6 months. He's going to charge you no interest. And it's a buy here, pay here. So I'm still nervous because now he's like, yo, you got to put $10,000 down. I'm like, yo, I work hard for this money. You know how much chickens I flip? I put a lot of chickens for that. Rain, sleet, and snow. So I'm like, all right. Because I didn't give y'all a part. I've been in trouble. I've been incarcerated. I'm not ashamed of where I've come from. Some people are. You understand what I'm saying? Where I came from made me what I am today. You understand what I'm saying? So again, that worked out. So now he's like, $10,000 down. You're gonna get the bill in 30 years. I'm like, $10,000 down. This is real. So I'm shocked now because like I'm owning a building, 3 storefronts. My building is actually down the street. It's 349 Sanford Avenue. You can see it. So I got the building. I start fixing it up now. So now I'm like, yo, I could do this because my first house, my mother owned the house. When my grandmother died, my uncle got it. My mother sold it to me. But I was 27. So at this time, it's 2007. Everybody know the market crashed in 2008. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to do the lenders there and always listen to your instincts. Mm-hmm. The lawyer, I'm there with the lawyer. I'm there with the loan officer. Loan officers are the biggest crooks. So y'all gotta listen to what I'm telling y'all. So the loan officer's like, Jay, I'm like, nah, I need a fixed rate. He's like, nah, you need adjustable because you're gonna refinance your credit good. Mind you, I told y'all I got in trouble. So now I come home, I got the good credit. I got the 645. I got all the dopest cars you could think about. But I'm not listening to my alter ego either. Like, yo, Jay, don't do it. He's setting you up. So I do it. 2008, the market crashed. Mm-hmm. So now I go back to the bank. My mortgage keep going up and down. They're like, oh yeah, you got an adjustable mortgage, Mr. Harrison. I'm like, adjustable mortgage? They like, yeah, you forgot you signed that? The bank don't want to help you. because now I got this mortgage. They got me locked in. I don't want to lose this house because I told you I got it from my mother. I'm renting a tenant. My family live in the house. So now we in the house. I go back to the bank. I tried to go to NACA, but it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. So now we gonna fast forward now. It's 2017. I bought that house for $315,000. I still owe $312, and I had the house for 10 years. So now I'm discouraged now. But mind you, I had bought the building, buy here, pay here. So I'm like, yo, I want to own everything I get now. I don't want to deal with no more banks. So the bank come back. My friend's like, yo, you got to stop paying the mortgage. So I do a short sale. I sells the house to a friend of mine. When I sell the house to him, they short sell it for $100,000. When they short sell the house for $100,000, he gets the house. So now I'm sick. He calls me back 2 weeks later. He's like, yo, you know somebody just offered me $390,000. I said, what? Yeah, $390,000. So now I'm like, yo, this is going to be my future. This is where I'm going to move. I'm not going to allow anybody to take liberty of me anymore. So now my second landlord, this is why I'm saying be a people's person. I got a variety store. Everybody know you got them stores. Y'all think people selling drugs, trapping. Nah, my store wasn't like that. I'm going to be honest with you. I had the fake Gucci belts. I had the fake sneakers. I had all of those things. So now he's like, yo, 2 years, he's watching me. I don't know that this man is a realtor. He's like, yo, you want to get into this property stuff? I said, yeah. But, you know, I had a bad experience. I own one property. It's working. He's like, but Jay, don't give up. So now he brings me. I get my. I see two houses that I wanted. I tried to get them. So if you know, you got the new construction. Everybody wants the layout, with the layout front when you go in the new construction houses. So I'm like, yo, I want this one. The Jews and the Africans got that on lock. So you see those houses, walk away, because they gonna find the money. I don't know where they get the money from, but they find it. So they outbid me. He takes me to see 6 houses. When he takes me to see 6 houses, I'm like, yo, listen, I'm going to do this. The 6th house, I used to throw cookouts. So the backyard was huge. I'm like, I want this house no matter what. So I put an offer in for the house. When I put the offer in for the house, I get the house. I didn't even look to see if it was a 1, 2, or 3. But I just knew I wanted it because I have cookouts, and my cookouts be crazy. So when I get the offer, the house is a 3-family. I fix it up. So now, remember I said, being nice, the landlord's like, Jay, I got a lender for you. He's like, I bought the house outright. I fixed it up, got my family involved. We fixed up the house. I went crazy. I went and put the 40-inch cabinets. I put the stainless steel. I put the hardwood floor. So now I'm in the house. I got the house for $68,000. This is a 3-family. So now when I fix it up, the house beautiful. So the first floor I'm getting $2,000. The second floor I'm getting $2,000. The third floor I took $950 because the person I knew her. So now I'm like, dang, I'm doing good. So now he brings me to the bank. Again, credit is very important. Stop listening to Instagram where they telling y'all, go use your money, pull the credit. Because listen, you can do it this way because you have 2 types of credit. You have your personal, you have your business. You can get an LLC and then you start a business and then you go to the bank, you apply, you can use the business credit. If you don't default, they won't see that you pulled out the money, but I'm not telling y'all to run and go get this money because you have to have discipline. What I mean by discipline is you have to stick to the goal that you went to. So now I went back to the bank. I have this goal in front of me now because I fixed up the house. The house is beautiful. So now they're like, listen, your house is worth $400,000. Mind you, I told y'all I bought it for $68,000. I was there doing the work. I got the contractor. He was jinky. He was trying to get over on me, but I was there every day. She said she owned a truck, and I had like a courier service. I had a fleet of 6 vehicles. But the worst thing I did, I had friends working for me. So my friends was counting my pockets. So I was battling. I was trying to be all over the place because I wanted money. I just knew I didn't want to be broke. So now the bank goes, they give me the loan. They give me $300,000. I say, no, I don't want 300. I take 200. I took what I need. I found another house for 95,000. I fixed it up. Same program. I refinanced again. I did it again. But the difference with me is I didn't do what most people do. They use the FHA and all these things. That is a great structure that you can structure yourself. But then you have the PMI, you have all these things that nobody telling y'all about. So again, I believed in me. Nobody gonna believe in you but you. So now with me, I take 20% down, 30% down, and I believe in myself. It's no more PMIs. I put my houses in LLC, and then I move forward. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm blessed, and I'm here today to speak to y'all. Again, I don't like to speak to a big audience like that's here, but for Keita, I'll do anything.
I have a question. So you said your friends were watching your pockets. Can you talk a little bit about that in your businesses? How did you stop? What did you do?
Okay, again, my story is kind of different from most. So what I mean by friends watching your pocket, I'm gonna just give you one situation, because like again, I said I'm not afraid to speak on my past and things that happened to me. I was a promoter. Some of my friends and people tell you, if you hear pressure them, that's where you see PDF. That's what that means. Pressure them family. I live by this, I'm gonna die by this. You understand what I'm saying? Because I believe in family, but I was a big promoter. I brought Lady Saw, Beanie Man. I brought these artists and I made a lot of money. When Bob Marley say only your friend know your secrets, he's telling you the truth. Someone tried to set me up and kidnap me. So now I start realizing the people that I got around, harboring around me, they watching me. Mm-hmm. You honestly can't tell people your goals, aspirations, and let them see what you have. You understand what I'm saying? It's hard to really know people that's really genuine. So me, I'm always on alert. So I can meet people and I'm afraid. So I pull back because people have ultimatums, and you have to learn that. You understand what I'm saying? We've been through so much. Slavery was not too long ago, so we don't want these. And I don't have nothing against white people because I have white cousins, but I'm just saying we got to show them that we better. We losing ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? You could do it, and if you're willing to learn, I'm willing to help. I don't charge because this is me. I always help people. Like Reef could tell you, I'm about to pass him the mic. I met him being my neighbor. He could tell you best. He had a partner that screwed him. He just closed on the deal, got rid of the partner. But I'm going to let him tell you his story. And that's why me and him is so cool. You understand what I'm saying?
So you use discernment with people around you.
Everyone. Yeah. If I don't know you, like my brother's back there, Reef is like my family. So that's it. I cut. If anybody know you, I used to have an entourage. Literally 20, 30 people. Literally. No one knows where I live now. You'll never know where I live. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not, that's why I kind of be careful because I love nice things. I'm going to be honest. Look, I'm about to close on a property. I'm like, listen, I want a Lamborghini truck, but is that really worth buying a Lamborghini truck? I want it, but do I need it? So we got to learn to not always what's glitter is gold. We don't need it. We got to learn that, like she said, generational wealth. I own a lot of properties. You understand? And I don't want to feel like, so a lot of times I got to pray to the Almighty Father and say, listen, guide me, because I still feel like I want more, but I have enough. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing wrong with having a lot, but sometimes you got to sit down and talk to yourself and then talk to him for real. You know what I mean?
Okay. You can pass to the next person.
I want it all. I don't think I'll never have enough. So what got me to where I'm at, y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
I came home from prison. And I'm like, getting a job, I never worked. So getting a job was out of the question. I'm like, I want to invest, but I worked for myself. So I started doing, my sister put me on doing insurance inspections, working for myself. And as I was doing these inspections, like I would go anywhere they asked. I'm going upstate New York, Pennsylvania, all throughout Jersey, whatever I got to do to not go back to jail. And in the midst of doing that, I started meeting a lot of business owners and real estate investors. So I figured out, all right, this is what I want to do. Then 6 months after me being home, I got custody of my son. So that's what really pushed me to start this investing journey. Was it easy? Absolutely not. Very hard. Made mistakes, lost money, but I ain't quit. Right? Just like he was telling you. I mean, you just got to be careful with the people in business, right? Because a lot of people wear masks. A lot of people don't have integrity.
Amen.
And I found that out the hard way, right? And for me, though, I use everything as fuel. It could be a conversation we have. And in my mind, it's just like, all right, I'm going to show you. So anything that happened in my life just pushed me harder to, indulge in real estate and to trading. But one thing I can say is I kind of went against the traditional investing way when I did Airbnb. Everybody was telling me like, oh, it's not going to work in Irvington. No, that's not going to work. and I was believing. I'm like, why would it work in Irvington? But I came to find out that it's not really about where you at. It's how you present it. It's how you present it. It's how you keep your stuff up, and people gonna follow. And then, like I'm doing everything. I'm hosting. I'm cleaning. I'm hands on. So when these people meet me, and the way I present myself, they love it. I think sometimes we just got to look at the opportunity that's around us and make the best of it. That's all I got.
But excuse me, one more thing. Just tell them how the Airbnb was successful, because that's what I wanted you to do. Because like you said, that part of Irvington people was like, nah.
Okay, so successful. I'm gonna say we was making anywhere from $7,000 to $10,000 a month, right? People from all over the world, literally from all over the world. But I think everything is in your design, right? You have to, because when you book off Airbnb, you don't know what kind of neighborhood it's in.
Right.
You don't know exactly what's going on with the property, but you know you like what you see, right? I think that mixed with, you taking very good care of the property, then you start to get them great reviews, right? Yeah. And we know, first thing we do when we go on to buy something, we looking at the reviews, right? So once your reviews get in order, I think that's when your business really starts to take off, right? But it's not hard as people make it look. It's fairly easy, but getting it was a little easier for me because I own the property. But it's ways to do Airbnb if you don't own a property. Some of these buildings are contracted with Airbnb that'll let you, rent out a unit.
Corporate leasing. Right.
Corporate leasing, or like arbitrage, where you could rent it out and just go from there. But, yeah.
That's it on to the next question. Did you need to repeat the question?
It was about the pivot?
Yeah.
My pivot, I can relate to them, was a death. My mentor, Joey, I don't have a mentor no more. He passed away. He was teaching me the basics of cutting hair. I'm a barber. Man, my main hustle was barber. Every day I wake up, I cut hair. So he was teaching me the basics. He had lupus. Yeah, dialysis, and then he passed away so randomly that he left me with so much game that he didn't really give me. But from what he taught me, I just tried to grasp it and move on from there. So that was my biggest pivot. Everything I do, honestly, is kind of like in his shadow. I kind of took his whole game plan and just move forward with it, blossom with it as much as I can. Mostly everything I do comes from people telling me what I can't do. So I really don't have.
Yeah.
I never knew what I was doing before. I had no knowledge of barbering or opening a shop or salon or a clothing line or product, anything. I just did it. I rolled the dice, and then, like he said, I took my losses, checked it up, and I accepted it for what it is, and that's how I got where I am now. So I really want to speak on, creating a flame, because most people just don't start. I mean, they got these ideas. We all perfectionists. We want to be perfect right out the rip. We not. You're not going to be perfect. You're going to have troubles the whole way through.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is. So I really want to, let y'all know that just go ahead, whatever y'all got planned, do it. Accept your flaws, and I guarantee you'll be right where you need to be.
Yeah.
Amen.
Is there anything specific that I'm sorry, y'all? I'm kind of like facilitating, but I really don't feel like
so much. I appreciate this.
Is there anything specific that he taught you that you teach to other people?
Like he said, character is the most important. I try to be friends with everybody. I live in a very small town. I call myself the mayor. You go on my Instagram and say the mayor. I know everybody. Everybody cool with me. And that's what most of my business prevail from, like character. So I think that's what I learned from him the most.
Can she answer the question? Yeah, she just.
I just want to add something real fast. I don't want us to sit up here and instill fear in you. Okay, I also, like he said, take that first step. You're going to have flaws. You're going to have losses. You may even lose thousands of dollars, y'all. But take the first step. And not everyone is an extrovert. However, you can still make it, right? You might have to hire an assistant to talk for you when you take the back seat. My husband is an extrovert. My husband's an introvert. I'm an extrovert, right? So when I see him, like, he's like, babe, what's going on? Oh yeah, I'll talk, but he knows the numbers. He knows the numbers. I'm not the number person. He's the number person. So I'll pass him the paper. I'm doing the talking. I pass him the paper, and he's breaking it down. Like, okay, we can do this, we can do that. This is in the budget. So just don't let those things scare you. You can still make it, right? But just again, use discernment. So I just don't want to make sure. I want to make sure we're not instilling fear. And I want to make sure that you take the first step. Again, don't just...
I moved in with my grandma, and she was like an older Caribbean lady. And if you're Caribbean, you know how it goes with the older Caribbean people. So I basically she was like retired, like, okay, what am I doing with this 14-year-old girl? So every day I literally had to go to school and like, I gotta make it, because my grandma can't give me no money. She's on like, welfare. Like she's, I'm 14. She's probably like, I don't know how old she was at the time, but I remember waking up every day like, okay, how am I gonna take care of myself? And then I gotta go to school, and then this and then that. So like, wanting to be a nurse kept me out of trouble. Like I was hanging out with friends, we'll get pulled over, and they would be like, why are you the only one in this car with no record? And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be a nurse, and everybody used to look at me like, like, like girl, like you're not going there. We from the hood, we from the hood, we from the project. I'm from like the Haitian projects in Elizabeth, New Jersey. So they used to just be like, girl, So, but that kept me going. I knew what I wanted to be. I don't care what anybody else thought I was like, So I went to school. They were like, you can't take out loans because you're under 23. So I remember I had like 3 PCT jobs, like which is a patient care technician, to pay for school. And I always like I said, I was with my grandma, so every day I had to figure out like, selling stuff in high school. Always like knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur too. So I'm like, okay, how can I mix entrepreneurship and nursing together? So that's where like that came all about, like me being a nurse and an entrepreneur. I knew like I love to make money, and I don't want to like, some people go like, oh, quit your 9 to 5. I'm not those girls. I'll tell you, find a way to make money at your job and at your, entrepreneurship. Because nurses make a lot of money if you know how to like play with the system, which I learned that early. Just saying, I learned that early, so I'm like, make good money as a nurse, so I'm not gonna leave that behind. And I also like, okay, what can I do with my nursing career? So that's when I started putting myself out there. I knew like, okay, I wanna have a business, but you gotta check your business states, like all of like who you could collab with, what you could do basically. So I started off doing teeth whitening just to get my name out there. And I knew I wanted to be an aesthetic nurse, which was basically doing like Botox, lip fillers, and having my own practice. So I'm like, okay, how can I get there? So everything I do like makes sense. Like me going to NP schools because I want to have my own practice, so I could basically be like a black woman doctor, in the nursing field. So owning a med spa, I started in 2020 when I did the teeth whitening, just getting my name out there and working as a nurse at the same time. I even like with the med spa, I was like even creating ebooks in 2020 because I like love money. So I'm okay, another way I could add, I'm always telling people like streams of income. So I do ebooks, I do now I'm like waking up from my night shift, taking a nap, seeing my clients, like right after work, take my nap, now I'm with my clients. So I made like money at work, money with my clients, and I have ebooks, so people are learning me on Instagram, and now I have that, like that's 3 incomes right there. So I'm like, yeah, grandma, you good, like I'm gonna take care of you, like So like you just like find ways to like work on you and see what you could do, like So basically with that I learned, so my first year as a nurse I was also an entrepreneur. And I remember I was doing my taxes, and it was like, oh, Destiny, you gotta pay $10K. I'm like, that's $10K? I said, who's paying them? I didn't know I had to save money for the IRS, like to the side. I didn't know. I was like, wait, who's paying them? They're like, wait, Destiny, don't you have a business? And I was like, yeah. So now I'm learning about write-offs. I wrote everything off. Oh yeah, I bought this for my business. I bought that. Like now, I didn't have to pay nothing. I said, oh yeah, we stick it with the business, and I would be a nurse, like and I'm never gonna pay, like, cause I'm gonna write off everything, and then you still gotta be easy though, be easy. But so that's basically like why I love being a nurse and an entrepreneur, because
it takes money to make money. Okay, so I'm not running no staff and I'm not doing that. How do people that I have working for me gonna get paid if I'm posting all this stuff all the time? Why do you think a lot of these people start but they don't finish? You know what I mean? Or you see people, they just got this building but they closing in a year. You get what I'm saying? Or they're not really staying around. A lot of these boutiques and all this stuff, they don't stay around because they really not doing what they need to do legally. You know what I mean? So I need y'all to understand that. Like they're not making all that money that they glorifying to y'all. So you're like, oh my God, yeah, I want to go own a hair, or I want to go get hair, I want to go be this, I want to go be that, but that girl not telling you how all that money is going to what she got going on around her as well. She's not keeping all that in her pocket. It's not staying in her pocket. So any business owner that's really working hard, know that money is being delegated out to what they got going on. Because guess what? In this season, you have to pray for staying power. A lot of people do not pray for staying power. They will sit here and they'll post all this stuff, but they're not really actually praying for staying power. Because they can post that on social media and you're like, I could do this, but we're in the age of social media, right? So people could show your step 10 and mimic everything you do. You know what I mean? They don't have to start, like, I could go back when I first started bartending years ago, and I know the work that I put in, but somebody could come copy my whole entire business because we put everything on social media, right? So they really don't know what it is to really have your grind and your hustle and that staying power and that anointing over your life, right? Because every industry you in, you got to be willing to compete because the market changed and it fluctuates. As an entrepreneur, I could have probably made $12,000 like last month, and this month I could bring in $0 because you don't know how the market may fluctuate. So you have to be mindful whenever you're doing. I really love what I do, and I'm okay if this month, but we gonna money. But I'm just saying, like, it's just like that can happen. As a business owner, that really can happen, and nobody really tells y'all the truth. Like they really will sit and post all this stuff. Oh, buy my webinar and buy this and buy that, and they not really telling y'all the truth. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
So she just said something, right? So everybody in here want to flip houses, right? Mm-hmm. Come on, talk. Yeah. All y'all want to flip houses and do that? Yeah. So I'm gonna give y'all, she said something to y'all, right? So remember, I told y'all I know the ins and outs. I didn't even get to the part where, I think I told y'all I do construction too. So I do my hands-on work, like heater pull-up. So remember I said you got the FHA, you could buy the house. Mm-hmm. So when you flip now, you know 25%, 30% coming out of that money, right? And when he come, either you gonna pay that money or you going to jail. So let me just get out that part of it. So not to scare you, because there's different ways around it. So if you buy FHA and you keep it for the year, and it's your primary home, you don't pay personal gains. So it's a lot of stuff that people don't understand about this game. So me, I hold. I don't really flip. You understand what I'm saying? I have flipped 3 in the past, but that's not my thing. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't want to keep it. I'm about to give it back to Mike, but I just want y'all to understand what they're saying about these taxes.
The benefits.
The benefit of holding, you could. Okay, so it's strict. So when they get back to it, then we're gonna get to that part.
All right, real quick, guys. We're gonna. Okay, guys. So currently we are in the breakout room. We have real estate, Airbnb, e-commerce, LLC structuring, and Airbnb. Did I say Airbnb already? So this is Vera right here. She's speaking to people about, LLC structuring. We have the 2 real estate gurus right here. Remember, guys, you need 10 contacts. Hello, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. Thank you for
Not my
asking.
challenge.
Thank you for coming. This is one of our guest speakers. How's it going so far?
It was going so good. I'm always glad to do anything, like be in any space that you're in. You know, I love you, girl. We're like Instagram supporters.
Period. Like, I love her. Like, she's always supporting. It doesn't matter. I could post that I'm selling water in my story.
Okay, like here. Go buy some water from Big K, okay?
Appreciate you. And guys, hit her for all the IV therapy. All
Just follow me on _ Nurse Malibu Destiny _ okay?
Period.
You just put the thing together. I was watching a story on Instagram and everything, but yo, don't have big things. This out, look in the room. What else up here? Network. What's coming on network? Connection I'm looking for. Alright.
How's the food?
It's good.
Alrighty. What's your favorite part?
My favorite part is the motivational stuff.
Okay, nice. Thank you for coming. How about you?
Yes.
The gems? Okay. Make sure you guys are making connections.
First thing was it be the people around you. Sometimes the people around you see your greatness way before you do. They notice it way before you do. They see it, and then you think your friend or my friend's they know I'm a star, so they're gonna help me get to know. People want to see you do good, but they never want to see you do better than them. I've had friends, I'll tell you, business minded, like quick. And if you're friend with me, you know I'm a good friend. I'm gonna brag about that. I am a good friend. I put you on, I tell you what I know, I give you my resources, I don't hold back because I believe in everybody should win. I think everybody should win. You're different from me, you're different from me. You know, what you gotta do got nothing to do with me. There's room for everybody to win. I had to take myself away from them because when it came to going to the party, Shania, what's up? I'm out. Let's go to fancy dinner. I'm out. Let's go, let's go out. Let's get dressed. Cause she the pretty girl. Let's go. I'm out. But when it came to, okay, there's a networking event, I don't know until they posted my Instagram. And then when it's like all said and done, oh, Shania's not even interested in stuff like that. Even when I was down and deep in my depression and wanted to stop doing makeup, my friend never wanted to pick up the phone and say, girl, what are you doing? Get back on your Zoom. It's always, oh, Shania don't want nothing. Shania don't want to do nothing. Shania, you have to be careful. Keita was one of them that was, Shania, get up. On my phone. Anytime I was going through, I swear on my life, anything at all, Shania, what are you doing? Get up. Okay, you get today to be sad, but tomorrow, get up. I had to really just get away from certain people. They see your greatness and they will do whatever to stop it because people really don't want you to be better than them. And that's why you have to always just believe in yourself. Don't wait for them to believe in you. Believe in yourself. All you ever needed was you to believe in you, and God, of course, but you to believe in you.
Excited. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you. I love you. And I always come here.
Go on with it. Blessings all for my life, and I'm a thank God for the